What's up, man? It's 2Sneaky, man. And we back with another sneaky video, you feel me? Back with another Tommy G video, man. I'm gonna be dropping this one on Mr. 2Sneaky, though, man. Make sure y'all boys get at me. I'm gonna be dropping this one tomorrow on the 6th. Around like 4, you feel me? Let's get it and we get straight into it like always.
Welcome to the largest prison in Texas, Cofield.
Cofield, man.
Hello, fellas. How you guys doing today?
I'm the very first person convicted for murder off of social media.
You step up in an environment like this, it's like walking through an invisible landmine field. Gotta be careful how you walk.
I want to know how he got convicted of murder on social media. I want to know how that happened. First off, you was recording, you posted on social media, cause that was stupid. Or I don't know, cause I don't know.
Me and my partners went to his side of town and we ended up jumping on his partners. That was the birth of the beef.
The Cofield Unit. It's a name that new arrivals to the prison fear. For decades, it's carried a reputation as a brutal and unpredictable place. Located in Tennessee Colony and home to over 4,000 men, it is the largest prison in Texas. Behind the barbed wire and within cell walls, tensions can run high. There's racial conflict, gang rivalries, power struggles, and stabbings. Offenders here have taken lives, done armed robberies, and the most violent crimes you can imagine. Folks, this is a brutal place to be incarcerated. Like most prisons in Texas, it is without air conditioning, and here both inmates and staff suffer through temperatures that can reach over 110 degrees. Some say this is a violation of human rights, while others say it is a ruthless reality that comes with choosing to do unspeakable crimes. But within the dark walls of this prison, light emerges, because also at work here are innovative programs that the Texas Department of Criminal Justice is piloting in an effort to rehabilitate these men so they can one day be well integrated back into society. The man that takes us into the Cofield Unit goes by
I wonder who wrote that. Who wrote that? Prison systems. I ain't gonna lie, some people do probably. Yeah. Other than that, the prison system not here to help people. I won't say everybody. They corrupt. Everybody is on hood.
Sambo. At one point, Sambo was a gang leader for one of the most powerful gangs in Texas. Of the 30 years he served in prison, 10 of them were in the Cofield Unit. He was once a man that had no regard for human life, but now, a changed man, he has dedicated his life to helping others break the cycle of violence and live a life built on purpose and positivity. Today, he brings us into the Cofield Unit to show us what he and the men have been working on. Join us now where no camera has gone before. Life is a mission, an adventure, a journey, and to those bold enough to dream and take action, treasure awaits them. So for the renegades, the outlaws, and the risk takers, this one's for you. This is the Underworld Collection, available only at TommyGMcGee.com.
Hey, YouTube better not try to copyright me, man.
We left Dallas early this morning. We took a lonesome highway road to Tennessee Colony, Texas. We're gonna be visiting the largest prison in Texas. The United States locks up more people than anywhere on earth by far. If you look at the numbers, we lock up about 1% of our entire population of our country, which is a wild statistic. There are people here that haven't seen light of day as a free man for 10, 15, 20 plus years. And I'm eager to learn their stories, hear their experiences, and see how they deal with the concept of living in a cage for a good portion of their life. This, folks, will be unprecedented access to the Cofield Unit in Tennessee Colony, Texas. Have a good day.
What's up, my brother?
How you doing, brother?
All right.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, man. Y'all can park anywhere back here. We're just waiting on them because we got to unload this stuff.
Shit,
All right?
cool.
Get ready to come
Why
out.
you dressing their orange like that? That boy got an orange jacket on. I know they ain't white, but still. I would have came in with some colors they don't wear. Something.
Okay, you need to leave your driver's license is here.
All right.
And then you sign in.
Are you familiar with this place? No, I'm from San Francisco.
This is the largest maximum security unit in Texas.
Largest man.
4,100 inmates on this farm.
Come on, let's go.
We the members.
How are you? How you doing, brother?
Hey, God bless you guys.
Tommy G.
Tommy
I'm Jose, man. You know about
G,
it.
Tommy G, nigga, we all up in the cell with it, nigga. We in prison with it. What? Tommy G, yeah. Oh,
How are you today?
Good, how you doing?
I'm good, I'm good. Give the people the lay of the land. What's happening here?
Okay, so this is the chapel here on Cofield. These are some of my co-workers.
God bless you guys.
Let them introduce themselves.
Juan Ballesteros, man of peace, also a gatekeeper here.
What's a gatekeeper?
Gatekeeper is we talk to the guys when they first come in the unit, so we help them kind of transition into the new area, the environment that they're coming into. So yeah, we're kind of one of the first guys that they meet. So
And what is this unit known for?
well, back in the day, it was like rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Right? So it was really going down with gangs and all that.
To give you an idea of what we are walking into, let's give you some insights on the history of violence here at the Cofield Unit. In September of 2023, an inmate at Cofield Unit stabbed a guard. After he was restrained, the inmate was severely beaten by guards and hospitalized. 13 guards resigned or were fired shortly after. For a prison facing staffing shortages, incidents like this put further pressure on the guards. Also in September of 2023, Billy Chamirmir, killer of 22 women, died at the hands of his cellmate. And if you read the accounts written by inmates on prisonwriters.com, you'll see countless stories of men being stabbed, strangled, and extorted. So knowing full well the violence that lurked within these walls, my aim was to find the humanity within these men.
When I was there, it was a very violent, volatile environment. Violence is what set the standard. So I knew that my only method of progress would be to instill the most fear in as many people as possible.
Well, I got a little life sentence, right? Been here 17 years. I was high on drugs, so drugs made me snatch a lady's purse, which gave me a life sentence. First time, second time down, first time.
We need to know somebody else's story. We need to know somebody else's story. You can't just skip past that. I got on drugs, the drugs made me snatch somebody's purse, and that got me in here. You ain't finna skip past that like you did not just say that, fool. Fool. You snatched the purse, then what? What, like, you snatched the purse, then what? What happened after that? Like, you trying to tell us, look.
WI, 2 year sentence, and then they shot me with a life sentence 5 years later. I wasn't arrested, but I was rescued. So to me, that is a blessing.
I'm locked up for possession with intent to deliver. And I've been locked up for about to be 16 years.
Organized crime to with murder, you know what I'm saying? One of my partners went to go meet up to fight.
He look like a shit, though. He been there for 16? What the freak?
A little parking lot or whatever, and in the midst of the fight supposed to happen, people started shooting, you know what I'm saying? They charged me for being like a witness to the murder without saying something, you know.
I'm an ex-Mexican mafia gang.
They charged me as a witness to the murder without saying something. Mad every day I'm mad every day I'm in there. I'm mad. What you in jail for? For minding my business? What you in jail for minding my business? For real, why you here? I'm telling you, for minding my business.
I spent almost 13 years with that family. I'm not proud to say, but I stabbed somebody 22 times.
Where were your parents in the picture? Well, my dad he had his own issues, and my mama was there. My mama got 7 kids. She had 7 kids by the time she was 28. So I can't fathom being a 28-year-old single parent with 7 kids.
It sounds impossible.
Yes, and then 6 boys. But I realized as a grown-up, you know, that, man, it was like borderline impossible for my mama to do that stuff on her own. You know what I'm saying?
I grew up with my mama and my granny, really, you know what I'm saying, and my aunties and stuff like that. But my daddy, he was here and there. So growing up, man, my mama really, she was there, like, we was into like the church or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But as I got older, I started getting kind of tired of it. So, but my mama always told me to like do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Seeing for it's good and positive on me. But as I grew, I kind of got with the wrong crowd and I started seeing the money, the cars, the jewelry, you know, stuff like that, you know.
Other people, you know why he had to be like, his mama told him to do this, his mama told him to do that, but I did do this. Other people in the comments would have been like, it's the parents' fault he did that. It's the parents' fault they came out like that. No. Our parents told us right, fool. We just did something else. By the time you get a certain age, you can't blame your parents, and like you can't blame our parents, obviously. If I ain't blaming my own parents, how you gonna blame my parents?
With neighborhood stuff and things flourish into stuff that wasn't supposed to be what's letting me right here.
What message you have to the youth out there that are doing very risky things and they're not here yet, but they're on that path?
You gotta stop and think before you start doing, man, because it's gonna lead you in a bad situation, man. In prison, like, this is not what's up, you know what I'm saying? And if I could have thought back before what I did as a youngster, I would have did something differently, you know what I'm saying? So the same hood or the same people you're doing it for, when you get here, not gonna be here.
What happened in your childhood and your upbringing that led to you becoming a killer?
So there's some things, man, that I've talked to very few people about. I was molested as a child, and because of it, man, it made me be a very, very angry individual. And I found out some things about myself with that anger, man. I embraced that anger and I turned to it for everything. I wouldn't let nobody get close to me. Just pushed everybody away. That anger was just always there, and was quick to turn from anger to rage.
Is there any opportunities here for therapy or to talk through some of the...
We want to know why you stabbed the dude. We want to know why you did it. Because that's not why you did it. That's why you be mad. That's why you don't let people be close to you. But why you stab the dude 20-something times? That's what I'm trying to know.
That you've seen in your life?
Well, I've talked to people who I know that are on the same page as I am, and changing and growing up in life. I've talked to them about these things. Some of them are shocked at, you know, the things that I talked to them about what's happened and, you know, where it led me.
My name is Kenneth Young, and I am the director at East Texas Hospitality House here in Tennessee Colony. What we do is we provide lodging and meals and encouragement to families who are visiting somebody who's incarcerated in the Tennessee Colony area. We have a gathering room in there, we have games, we have puzzles, we have places to sit, double beds with bunk beds. We've got different bedding arrangements for the different sizes of families.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes they just need prayer and a hug, and to know that God's love is surrounding them, and they become part of our family when they come here. They mean more to us than just someone off the street, because they become part of our lives.
She didn't even know Tommy G was coming. She just woke up. Hey, but her husband said, "Get up." On hood. She didn't even know she was coming.
My brother Charles Bree.
Okay, and where are you from?
California.
And how did he end up all the way over here?
He got caught up.
He got caught up in some...
In Texas, it's crazy.
I don't feel the time he got was it didn't match
It didn't match the crime.
a lot of people what they get for that crime. I feel that they railroaded him because of who the victim was and who the victim knew. The victim was related to the chief of police. They didn't even really give him a chance.
What was the crime and what was the time?
Murder, self-defense, and they gave him 50 years. They've said.
What, y'all had a public defender? I ain't stepping in Texas. I want to know how that. I don't care about none of it. I don't care if he was connected to the president. You should have never told your son to be bucking at me like that. Your son was bucking at me. Your son got to reaching. Your son tried to put his hands on me. 50 years self-defense? We need to know the whole case. We need to know the jury. We need to know who the lawyer was. And we need to know that y'all had a paid defender. Y'all out here sitting and eating lunch. 50 years? We fighting for 50 years straight. For self-defense? I'm not eating this shit. I'm not hungry. For 50. But I think it's cap. She said they got caught up in the wrong people. The wrong people mean y'all was in the wrong place at the wrong time. Y'all caught the ops. But self-defense, 50 years.
He was guilty before they even said he was guilty. They said he was guilty 3 days before they even put the real motion. Like, okay, you're guilty. Like,
no,
we are sacrificing, but it's a sacrifice that I don't mind. It's
because they railroaded my son, and you know, like a crime was committed.
Yes.
But he was fighting for his life at the same time. Like, tell him that we love him, we praying for him. Charlie, you know I got you, baby.
Tell him keep his head up and, you know, just inspire others in there.
50 years, though. Fool, he in there forever. That's 50. I might gotta drop the wrong crowd. The whole wrong crowd. All them gotta get, yeah.
And what role does religion play in y'all's life?
Religion played the biggest role in my life because if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for my relationship with Jesus, then me and you wouldn't even be talking right now.
You're going to hear religion mentioned a lot in this episode, so for reference, we're talking to a group of guys who are involved in the Christian ministries within the prison.
I used to be on the other side, now I'm on the best side. So our objective is to show them, remind them that, hey brother, you might feel alone, but you're not alone. You might feel left out, but you're not left out. You might feel like nobody care about you, but we're here to show you that somebody do care about you.
Big thank you to the wardens and all the administration here. This is an unbelievable opportunity to talk to these gentlemen, to learn. I'm honored to be here. To wardens around the country, if you can invite us in, we'd love to come talk to you, your men, your people as well. It's a blessing to be here.
I like that shirt you got on.
I appreciate you.
Mainstream media. Rest in peace, mainstream media. I pray for these brothers. I pray for their families. But I pray you show them grace and mercy in that. Because your word tells us that if they visit the least of these, that they visit you.
We just prayed, now we're moving on to the gym, because really the goal of this is to show people's life and story and situation and learn. I'm hoping we can do that in the gym, and maybe the warden feels a little better and we go other places too. We had gone into this prison thinking that we would be allowed to film wherever we wanted, but the captain of the guards called a meeting and informed us that we were only permitted to film in the chapel and the gymnasium. It was disappointing news to hear, but I kept in mind what a crazy opportunity this was, so I was eager to head to the gymnasium away from the watchful eye of the guard captain.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna open up let y'all brothers speak. Y'all can all say whatever, however, 5, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever y'all wanna give about yourselves, about what y'all do, where y'all coming from. Then we're gonna have some of the peer influencers speak up a little bit, say what they do here on the unit, and then start doing a little bit of other things that we got involved for.
It's that fun, man. I think it'll be a good day.
Are we gonna get to eat the lunch here?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like the actual lunch?
You want to eat that? No, you don't want to eat that.
I want to try it.
You want to try it?
I want to try it.
All right, we'll take you one. You want just the regular?
I'll do a food.
A nigga tell me, nah, you don't want to eat that lunch. I'm not trying it. I'm good. I don't like trying stuff, G. I'm good, G. I want the lunch where niggas out there making in the bag. What y'all making y'all room. I don't want the junk what's in the cafeteria. I don't want that. I don't want the little cafeteria, the little lunch room. I don't want that. No, I'm good.
Yeah, the crab and the ribeye, please, okay?
The crab and ribeye?
What's for dessert? Is there like a hot fudge sundae or something?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Cheesecake?
Cheesecake. We got homemade cheesecake out of cookies.
What are your best recipes you got in here for making stuff?
I like to do a fish bowl. Summer sausages, jalapenos, pickles, mackerel, original mackerel. Then I put sriracha mac and I put a tuna. And some jalapeno
so that's
tuna.
when the fish come in later.
Yeah, fish come in later on.
This is like a little thing for Glow that we do every Friday. And we're going to do a little bit of performing, front line, and we're going to do a little bit of rapping.
I made the personal choice to become a better individual, to become a better man.
And I fell into the street life. You know, I succumbed to the elements of the street. If I was going to be a gangster, I was going to be the hardest gangster there ever was. I was involved at the highest level of criminality. For a homicide I did not do, I took the blame because I didn't, you know, snitch on nobody. You know, I finally realized that I needed to use.
Hold on, wait. What? Pause it back. Let's rewind this one. You took the blame how? He told you to take the blame? Or the crackers said it was you, but it wasn't you. If he told you to take the blame, if a nigga tell me to take that bit, I ain't taking nothing. What? That's like a nigga pulling up to your house after doing what the freak he was doing. Hey, you can take this, like, you can. No, I'm not. That don't make any sense. That don't make any sense. Now, if the crackers said you did it and it wasn't you, alright then. You only got two options, nigga. Keep it solid, or nigga say who it was. That's different, but I need to know the whole story. We need to know everything.
Influence in a positive and productive way. I renounced my membership in the gang and just started doing positive things on my cell block. And I'm out here in the free world doing the same thing that I was doing in there, but out here modeling it.
I had no idea until about 10 minutes before that I was going to be going up to give a speech in front of the inmates. Not only was I nervous, but I wanted to say something that actually mattered to these guys. Here's what I came up with.
Hello, fellas. How you guys doing today? So, my name is Tommy G. I'm a documentary filmmaker, and I'm here today to talk to you guys, get your stories, hear about your life, hear your perspective. But I want to tell you two stories that might give you hope right now. There was a time in my life about 4 years ago, I hated my job, I hated where I was in life, I wasn't happy. What I did is I wrote a list, ideas that can change my life, and I just one by one started executing on them. One of them was a documentary film on a group in my hometown, Milwaukee, called the Kia Boys. I documented their life, what they do. The Kia Boys are a bunch of teenagers that will take your Kia if they can find it. And I knew this was my path to be a documentary filmmaker. So I just want you to have the hope that there's one little thing that can pivot and change your life and shift you into the path that you want to go. Another thing I want to say, one of my best friends on earth.
The documents he do, it's like most of the dudes who can end up in there. Then he do videos like this. I bet I'll be scared, little fool. You feel me? After he shoot the video with me, I'm telling him what we doing. We hitting legs, woo, like that. Then he do a video like this. People in there telling me, Nah, don't do that. Don't do this. Yeah, nigga. What the? Nigga got 50 off of. Nigga got 50 off of freaking Stand Your Ground. I think it's a little bit cap. I think I need to know all the whole evidence. But off Stand Your Ground, 50. Nigga, you better rethink your life. On hood. That's 50. In the state of Texas, that's 50.
When he was in his 20s, he robbed 6, 7, 8 banks in California. He served 10 years in California. He's been out for 20 years. He's a family man. He's a multi-millionaire. All right? And he's someone that I love a lot. Brothers, I'm excited to talk to you. I'm excited to interview you. Come up and say hi to me, and thank you for having me today. That's something I never expected to do, but I'm glad I did. When life serves you on a path, sometimes you just gotta run and take it, even if it feels a little scary. If there's something you need to pull the trigger on in your life, what are you waiting for?
Whatever y'all doing and whatever y'all dreaming about doing, or whatever goals y'all making, bro, just don't give up, bro. I love y'all. How many of us wanted to be famous when we were kids? Raise your hand. Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would become famous for something I would regret later in life. I'm the very first person convicted for murder off of social media. If you look up Tienda versus State, I'm the very first one convicted through the United States. Posting pictures of myself, but because I have gang-related tattoos, they were saying that I was staying in contact or recruiting gang members. And then somebody started talking to me negatively on social media, so I started talking negative back, and that led into incriminating myself. It wasn't until a man came up to my cell one day and asked to pray for me. And you know what I did? The monster in me, I cussed this man out. F-bombs, the Lord names in vain. Come to find out, he was a unit chaplain. And as he's praying for me, I stop a mid-sentence to stop, because he said that I would go back to population. I told him, I'm in SEG. How am I going to go back to population? My God could do the impossible. Do you actually believe in your life God can do the impossible? Yeah. Not only did God restore my family, my mom came to see me. And it wasn't until she came to Cofield and I finally got to hug my mother after 5 years in a soft voice. She tells me like an angel, I'm so proud of you. God bless, and if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be taking the steps today. Thank you, gentlemen.
What normally happens Monday through Friday here?
Usually after Saturday, you go to church. That's probably about the only thing that we got to look forward to on the weekend. Church services, unless they have an event like this that we can come to. You know, but you know, most of the time, you got to get laid in. You got to know somebody that'll put you in. Monday through Friday, well, it all depends on what you're doing for yourself. Either you get involved in school, spiritual-based classes, or you can just get stuck on the wing and do nothing.
What do a lot of the guys do here to pass time?
Me, I'm involved in spiritual-based classes. Right now, I'm involved in culinary arts class. So pretty much every day of the week, I'm involved in class.
So 2 questions that a lot of people in society are asking right now. Number 1 is, does prison rehabilitate people? And number 2 is it the job of prison to rehabilitate people?
Well, so I can say this. I just did 14 years down here. I stepped out for about 1.5 years. You know, it boils down to what the person wants to do. You know, I know before I left, I wrote down a bunch of things that I didn't want to do, and I guess I still desired to do those things. I still wanted to use drugs, you know.
Nigga, you did 14, stepped out, did a year down and came back. Hell nah. You did 14, stepped out for a year. How much you got love? A person who did 14 and come back, they giving him double how much he got It's no way you come back and get only 2 or 3, 4 years. People who did 14 and got in trouble again. How many he got? He got.
Thanks to God, I came back with an 8-year sentence, and then this time.
That's why he said thank God. That's why he said thank God. Thank God. You gotta thank God. You gotta thank God, boy. 8 is 8. Don't get it wrong. 8 is 8 now. But they could have gave that boy double. 8 is 8 now. It is. But my boy, you did 14. You supposed to chill. You did 14. You supposed to lay down. You supposed to have been laying down for a year straight. For a year straight, you supposed to have been laying down. You ain't supposed to come back in a year. Oh, you ain't supposed to come back in a year after doing 14. You gotta chill after 8 now. You gotta chill.
My whole perception of prison has changed. To me, I see it as a school. You know, you have a lot of opportunities. So I'm taking advantage of every opportunity down here.
I was out there 8.5 years of solitary confinement.
8.5 years?
8.5 years solitary.
In a row?
In a row.
How did you survive that mentally?
Mentally, I read, I prayed, I worked out. I kept my mind focused. You know, don't get me wrong, I see people commit suicide, come out, get killed, get stabbed, you know, the whole 9 yards. But I seen it all, man. Himself, you name it.
When a prisoner is deemed too dangerous for the general population, they are sent to a place designed to isolate and contain, solitary confinement. Here, they are locked in a windowless cell, no larger than a parking space, for up to 23 hours a day. Their only reprieve each day is a brief hour for exercise alone in another cage. Days blur into weeks, weeks stretch into years, and some inmates endure this for decades. This raises an unsettling question. Does solitary confinement cross the line into inhumane punishment, or is this a necessary evil? What do you do with inmates?
It is unnecessary. It's necessary to a point. A couple days. A couple weeks. Okay, you can do 30 days. Nigga, doing that bit for a nigga whole 10-year, 5-year, 3-year sentence. Oh, you trying to make him insane at this point. You don't want him here. What you wanted him to do? My boy start making friends in that bit. What you wanted him to do? I'm not getting it. I feel like that is no. Yeah, but it's unnecessary. 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 Yeah. Gotta be. A nigga can't tell me it can't be unnecessary. Like, no way.
Relentlessly and brutally attacked fellow prisoners or guards. This is a question that we as a society are still figuring out.
Do you think that should be allowed to put a human in solitary confinement for 8 years?
No, I think that's inhumane because I believe people deserve a chance. Now, if they're a threat to everybody, yeah, I mean, I can see what they're talking about, you know, but I mean, they would have to be a real serial killer, like not
a real freaking. You gotta be a real fool. That's the only way, fool. You can sit in that, fool. Okay, you can sit in the box and chill probably for like a week before going insane. A week probably. 30 days by yourself inside a thing. That mean when you wake up, like when you go to sleep, nigga, you think when you wake up, it might be a new day. You in the same junk again. Nah, fool. Nobody can't tell you. Nobody can't justify that. You can't justify that.
I did 5.5 years in cell. You know, not everybody's mentally strong. You know, people are chemically imbalanced. You know, not everybody can deal with the solitude back there.
freestyling. We need to turn that off.
Have you eaten yet today?
No, not yet.
Normally it's breakfast.
I'm trying to see, is he speaking Spanish?
Have you eaten yet today?
Tripping.
No, not yet.
Fool, I thought a nigga was just. He was speaking Spanish or something. Fool, I was tripping. On hood.
Normally is breakfast served earlier, you just didn't go?
Oh, yeah, it's too early for me. Breakfast is approximately about, let's say, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning.
Breakfast is at 3 or 4 in the morning?
And it's not very filling. Well, just due to the schedule, because it's such a large unit, I would believe on other units, they probably serve at different times. But on Coatfield, it used to be at 2 o'clock, believe it or not. So
in the morning. So and then you go back to sleep.
And then you got to go back to sleep. And a lot of people have to get up and go to school and things of that nature there. So people are in general used to get up around about 3 o'clock and starting our day then, and then we'll end up going to bed around about 10, 11 o'clock at night.
Bring them home. Bring them home. Bring them. Bring them. Finish it. Bring them. Finish it. Go deep. Finish it. Bring them. Go deep. Y'all watching, everybody watching.
Push-ups you do today?
Man, probably like 250, 300. That's just an exercise.
I ain't gonna lie, he looked like he was been doing push-ups and that fool. Like, man, I ain't even gonna lie to him. He looked like he was doing it.
But them right there, that's something different.
What's the most you've done in a day?
Oh, probably like 1,000. 100 sit-ups, 200 squats, something to keep it going.
We just want to say, man, we both from the Arlington, Texas, man. So shout out to Agtown, Texas, man. You know what's crazy? Let me show you how good God is, man. We used to be enemies in the world.
Yeah, man.
Right? We literally used to beef with each other. Like, for real.
Try to kill each other out there.
But now look at God. You know what I'm saying? Now we doing ministry together.
So back in the day, you guys used to beef. Tell me about that.
Well, so we both got two different reasons why the beef started, which is funny. So the beef started from my perspective is because one of my partners who is dead now, rest in peace, Shot Merck, right? He got jumped on his side of town. So then me and my partners went to his side of town and we ended up jumping on his partners. And then to him, that was the birth of the beef.
When they jumped my people, they thought we jumped his people. I'm like, man, nah, so it really just, we clash.
So who jumped them? Shoot, man, who jumped them? Man, who jumped them? I know we squashed it, but who jumped them? Somebody had to jump them. This is your part of the city now, right, G? Alright, G, this is your part of the hood. G, we gotta go. I ain't gonna lie, my boy could have did his research first. But then again, my boy, this is your part of the city. So, automatically, I'm gonna think you know this, so this is your rule. Okay, I'm wood. I don't care my partner should not have been over there, but we don't care.
Started really killing each other for nothing, man.
How many people do you think died in this beef?
I know I had like 3 on my side.
Nobody from my side died, but I lost more homeboys to the system than I have to depth.
And how far did each squad live away from each other?
Man, we went 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, we about 10 minutes.
What does it feel like now to have peace and love for each other?
I mean, it's good. I mean,
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, it make me think about all the life lost and
that we
years
lost, man,
wasted,
for real.
only to conclude that we alright.
Yeah. Nah, for real. That's what it is.
The only reason we're in here today is
I ain't gonna say nothing, but okay, G.
this man here, Sambo. Tell the people your story.
Well, I did 30 years in prison for murder I didn't do. But God put it in my heart to come back to prison after doing 30 flat years and to give a message of hope to the brothers on live. Because it was the program that TDCJ offered me that strengthened my character and gave me the tools that I needed to become an asset out there in the community.
Because he said he didn't want to tell. So that means he know who did it. He took her form. Like, he took the charge for him, obviously, but, or he had, I don't know, fool. It's like he had to be there, and he told his homeboy to run, I'll take the charge, or the cracker just already thought it was him, and he didn't want to tell. He already know who really did it. We need to know the story.
And no longer a liability.
Tell me about the innovative programs TDCJ is offering.
TDC offers a vast array of innovative programs. They offer the Field Minister program, they offer the Faith-Based Doing program, they offer the Self-Harm program. TDCJ has put these programs in place, but they're all volunteers, so it's up to the offender to take advantage and to seize the opportunity and make the most of it, to acquire the tools that they need while they're incarcerated, so that way they can come out here to the free world and have the tools that they need to reenter back into society in its proper context.
So today I walk as a father, a husband, and a man of God.
Stuff change every day. Imagine a nigga doing 15, 30, 50 years coming out of this world. Nah, them boys don't know what to do. Them boys ain't gonna know what to do, boy. On hood, they ain't gonna know what.
But my example is one so that I can give inspiration and motivation to the brothers that are locked up. Tommy G opened the door. We got Peso with us and Payday and Joe. We made it happen today here on the Cofield unit.
Tell me about your 11 years of administrative segregation.
It was a time of reflection and introspection. You know, I was there because the system couldn't control me because of my violent nature. But while I was in there, I had to sit back and realize that I had more value, more self-worth, that I was able to be more than just a TDCJ number, that I had the ability to give back, and that I still had value. I come back to the prisons not just to support these brothers, but to get fed spiritually and psychologically as well. Because when I see them continue on doing the things that they're doing, it motivates me out here in the free world as well. My thing is to let the world know that there are brothers that are incarcerated that are doing the right thing, that should have the opportunity to get out there and give back.
I appreciate you. It's an honor.
God bless you, man. God first.
One big question we have to tackle is, when is the right time to release someone back into society? How can we evaluate when someone is truly changed and is...
I don't care about none of that. I don't care what no one say. 50 years crazy. 50 and up crazy. Unless you touching kids. You yell a girl for no reason. Like you took her out for nothing. You hitting elders. Like you knocking them off or something, fool. Like it gotta be something. Yeah. Other than that, 50 years crazy. I don't care about none of it. I feel like 32. I'll say a good number 20. And I think 20 too high. I feel like a person, no person, most, nah. Cause I would say some people would do 5 years and be straight, but some people do 5 years and come back. Like some people, the nigga did 14 and came back. So I can't say 14. Gotta say 20 to 25, 30. Got to.
longer a threat to safety. The U.S. Department of Justice ran a 24-state study and concluded that 82% of inmates were arrested at least once more within 10 years of release. But why is this? Environment, job opportunities, socioeconomics. I mean, we are talking about millions of men that are oftentimes locked up during what is supposed to be the most productive and fruitful years of their life. And it's a shame, but I have one idea that might help. Most of these guys are released from prison without a dollar to their name, so many return to the same ways to make money that got them locked up in the first place. What if instead of these guys working for free, like they do in Texas, or 9 cents an hour like they do in Illinois, what if we paid them a little bit more, so that when a man who has served and worked for 10 years gets out, he has a nest egg in which he can rent an apartment, pay for transportation, and buy the necessities he needs to exist in the free world. Maybe I'm just a pot-smoking hippie for saying this, but if the goal is to truly rehabilitate these men and make society better, then let's put our money where our mouth is.
How many people are in each cell?
That's why I think, bro, while they in jail, the jobs they work or whatever, or the stuff they do, the same money they get paid out here. Say we get paid $11. Pay nigga $11 in there. By the time they get out, people who have money saved up somewhere. I ain't gonna say in it, like, you feel me? I'm just saying, fool. I'm just saying, fool. Have a little money saved. They, come on, now. They might give niggas $100 when they get out. What we finna do with $100 in 2024? A nigga who came out and did 50 years, the nigga who did 50 years might think $100 enough until he come out, but nah, fool, $100 ain't gonna be nowhere near enough.
Two-man cells, man. These cells are so small. It's like a 6 by 9. You hear them? About 54.
You can't even fit 2 dogs.
Yeah, you can't. It's a cage.
So, what else do you have to think about living in a cell?
How the frick? We gonna let him slide for this one, fool. We gonna let him slide for this one. But he said you can't fit 2 dogs in there, but it's 2 people in there. But we gonna let him slide though.
Another person.
Everything you do, you have to think about everything. You have to think about how loud you get up. You're on top bunk, you can't step on the bottom bunk, you might wake him up. You have to think about everything. You can't drop things. So you get everything if you're respectful. You know what I'm saying?
What do you wish would change about the justice system?
I wish that they would really take an individual and look at the history that he has in his prison.
On hood, if you bring females in there, half of this junk gonna change. 100%. 100%. Bring females in there. Let people bring their girls and junk in there for like an hour, 2 hours out the day. Everything I love, stuff gonna change. Everything I love, stuff gonna change. Nigga, it's barely stabbings in there. People barely getting It's barely people Come on now. You better stay with it. Bring females. Whatever he say, not finna be right. Bring females in there. Let the inmates bring their in there for an hour. Everybody in the cell, they got 4,000 people in there. Ask all 4,000. They might settle for 30 minutes. On hood, 30 minutes with a girl, with their girlfriend or whatever, their family or whatever. I'm telling you. And I ain't talking about visiting. I'm talking about chilling, we can yeah. All that stuff. 100% that's changing.
And the true change that he made.
I'm telling you that.
It's a lot of brothers in here that had committed crimes as kids and they're still in prison with too high sentences. And they've changed their lives. They done went to college. They done all type of things that get ignored, unfortunately.
By show of hands, who would say they grew up in poverty? Show of hands. How many of you had your father in your life growing up as a kid? How many of you didn't?
How many was silver spoon?
Do you feel like that was a big reason why you chose the
hand.
path you did? Was a lack of a father?
He said
Of course.
My father was there. It was more so the attention. You know what I mean? I lived in a household with my dad, but he didn't show me that fatherly attention that I expected from my father. That's why I lacked it.
That's not an excuse. I don't care what no one say. That's not an excuse. That's a little boy excuse. That's a little boy excuse. Nobody. That's not no excuse. That's not no excuse. Fool. I wanted the attention. The only attention is that mean you got a big homie then. And my big homie showed me fatherly attention, like father attention. Hell no, I don't believe that. That's not an excuse for me. That's not enough. I didn't get attention from my father. So I started going outside.
How many you think in some way prison was actually a blessing for your life?
How many of them trying to pay the law, bro?
Somebody called the doctor, because I'm sick of this. In my heart, it was blacker than some licorice. And just like cinnamon, it was hard to swallow. Yeah, my old lifestyle, it was hard to follow. But Christ came. My life changed. He renewed my mind, new mind frame, filled with the Spirit. That's how I maintain. Now I do everything in Jesus' name. But it took me to getting locked up to find freedom. Met Christ and I realized I really need him. Because like the children of Israel, I was lost people. Now I'm playing the role of Moses because I'm trying to lead them. Yeah.
Just because he put God's name in there, Moses, Jesus in there, does not mean we cannot call that trash. Because the first little cinnamon line and junk, all that, I don't believe none of all that was trash. We need a real freestyle. Something a little bit better than that, my boy. Let him go a second time.
We got into a prison today, and we learned a lot. A lot of guys that are changing their life around and have tough stories to hear. And I think this is important because we as a country have to talk about incarceration, injustice, because it's important for the victim and their family to be taken care of, but also the perpetrator to be assigned a proper time. Thanks for joining me on this episode. We'll see you next week.
Stop playing. Stop playing, fool. You feel me? But nah, the freaking water shouldn't let him go through it. I wanted to see the whole pods. You know, them boys probably so short of the stories. We need everybody's story out there. We need the people on the ground floor. What they doing out there. What they doing on hood, though. If he do another one, and they show the little everything around there, they can walk around, I'm going to do that bit, though. But I'm going to be dropping this one on Mr. 2Sneaky, man. Make sure y'all boys get at me. Always. And I'm going to drop on 2Sneaky tomorrow, too, like always, on the 6th. I'm going to drop at like 4, 5 o'clock, like I always do. You feel me? But make sure y'all boys get at me, man. And it's 2Sneaky, and we out with it.